greetings, and here is your devotion for today. My name is Alexander Red of the Gracious Hope Bible Fellowship. I am a servant of Christ, and our devotion will be from the book of Ephesians chapter 6, where we have been looking at the full armor of God. And the reason we need the full armor of God, according to Paul, is to protect ourselves from the firing darts, that is the firing arrows from Satan. Satan will do everything possible to entrap the believer so that such believer can veer away from the truth to follow his domain of darkness. But we are encouraged by Paul in Ephesians chapter 6 to always stand firm against the enemy. And we can do so by putting on the 6 pieces of armor of God. And so today we'll be looking at the 4th piece of the armor. Now, Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16 reads, "Above all, taking the shield of faith with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one." Why do we need the shield of faith? Well, we need a shield of faith when we find ourselves threatened by life circumstances, and remember that the shield of faith is the 4th piece of armor that allows us to spiritually see what the enemy is about to do to us. Now, and that is why our devotional reading in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16 says that this shield of faith is able to protect us from all the fire Satan could ever throw at us. What is this shield of faith that has the power to protect us from whatever the enemy plans to do to us? Well, it is God's truth that you say you believe and act upon it. Acting upon God's truth will allow you to be free according to Jesus Christ. If we learn and obey what we know is true, then we are covered by the shield of faith. When Jesus commanded the blind man to go wash his face at the pool of Siloam to see, the blind man did just that, and he was healed. The blind man acted on faith, and what he believed was true, and his eyes were open to see. Many of us listen to the preacher on Sunday in church, but if we don't act on the truth on Monday through Saturday, then how do we expect to be protected with this shield of faith from the enemy? Listening to the truth must be followed by obedience, and that is doing. And that is why the blind man was healed, because he did exactly what Jesus told him to do, and he acted on the truth. Acting on what we believe is true protects us, and that is the shield of faith. Our response can enable us to pull off the flaming arrows of Satan, but we cannot put out Satan's fire against us by ourselves. It is God's shield of faith can enable us to do so. And God can do it for us if we continue to learn and act on God's word. So my question is, are you acting on God's word today? If you are doing so, then yes, you are protected with the shield of faith. And that is the end of your devotion for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Alexander Red. And please don't forget to visit us at gracioushopefellowship.com. That's our website for other biblical resources. And may you have a blessed day.